The Shape of Water is directed by Guillermo del Toro and stars Sally Hawkins, Doug Jones, Octavia Spencer, Richard Jenkins, and Michael Shannon. And this is a love story about a creature that is obtained in this 1960s facility, and this mute woman befriends it and sort of falls in love with it and doesn't want them to do these tests on it anymore. So that's where we have our plot. So they're sort of trying to get him out. That's the whole movie, essentially. Now, what I wasn't expecting going in was such a use of practical effects. Guillermo del Toro does something really great here, where Doug Jones plays this monster, and it's not fully practical. I'm sure there are some CG elements to it, but it looks incredible, and it looks so real, and I loved it. It was so good. He also does this really interesting thing with the lighting where it almost looks as though you're looking underwater, which was very unique, and I thought that was really, I just thought that was really cool. Sally Hawkins is amazing in the movie, as well as everybody in the cast. Doug Jones deserves more credit for playing this monster. I really loved the monster. It was such a cool design. Doug Jones had such good body movements. I loved the monster in this movie. Richard Jenkins is also a standout, for sure. I could definitely see a supporting actor nomination, and maybe even win in his future. Michael Shannon also is the big douchebag asshole in this movie who just wants to kill this thing and study it. But he was so good in the movie. Guillermo del Toro, this is my favorite movie of his, I think. It's visually incredible. I really loved the way this movie looks, as I said earlier, with the underwater sort of look. I don't know if that was the intention, but that's certainly how I got it. It was great. I really hope he starts making movies more, because he was on a lousy streak lately with Pacific Rim and Crimson Peak. But this movie is fantastic. I hope he makes more movies like this, where it's just low-key, Oscar potential, really just quality movies, because this is so good. And at first glance, yeah, maybe this movie seems kind of dumb, but once you get into it and really watch the movie, there are a lot of human metaphors that are deeply sealed within this story, and the mute element of it. Sally Hawkins is fantastic. I can't believe she was able to pull this off, playing a mute woman the whole time. She was great. So I really think that there were a lot of outcast elements as far as this movie goes, with Richard Jenkins' character, Sally Hawkins' character, as well as this monster, and even Octavia Spencer's character. There are a lot of outcasted elements. I thought that was a really great way to tell this story and sort of make it seem not too far out in the realm of possibility. As far as issues, it does start to feel its length toward the end, and there is a subplot involving Russian Soviet spies that I wasn't totally into, but I got behind it because it was that time, 1960s. That's really my only complaint with this movie, is the Russian subplot and the length. Other than that, this movie is absolutely perfect, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it already. I was shocked by how much I enjoyed the movie. I really was just kind of yeah, I'm gonna go see it, and I'm gonna like it. But I really loved it. I can't believe it. So did you see Shape of Water? Comment down below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.